today's video will specifically be about how to submit your judgment when you and your spouse agree that you don't want child support when there actually should be child support. And there's a fairly straightforward, easy way to do this. I'm also going to be showing you how the DissoMaster works. That is it's a form for child support calculation that you will need to submit with your judgment. So let's get started. What we're going to start with is Form FL 342. So basically, let me pull up the 180 here. When you're submitting your judgment, I don't know where you are at in understanding the judgment process and submitting that. But what I pulled up here is the FL 180. This is going to be your cover sheet to your divorce. So I'll just go over this quickly. Again, the link I dropped in the chat is on how to complete these forms. So I'm not going to go over that again in this video. But what we're talking about here is when there is child support, how are you going to complete the 180 and attach the 342 child support order? And we're also going to go over the non-guideline order because this video is specifically about how to request no child support when there would ordinarily be some. So on this portion here, for when it comes to child support, you're simply going to mark that you're attaching the 342. Okay. Oops, checked the wrong one. 342. Now let's get into the actual preparation of the forms. So here's how you're going to prepare your divorce if you're asking for no child support. You're going to mark the 342. You're going to mark this is an attachment to the FL 180. And you're going to indicate, you see here how it says a printout of a computer calculation and findings is attached. That is what you need to attach. The courts are going to reject your judgment if you do not attach the child support calculation. They need to see what the guideline amount of child support is. Now, because you're attaching this, you can skip all of this information in this part of the 342 as long as you've attached this. And you're going to want to do this. And again, I'm going to give you a resource on how you can get your child support calculation done for free at the end. For child support, now here's going to be the critical part. This is where people get a little hung up on how to complete this part. You still need to fill out, first of all, I should back up. You still need to do this FL 342, and you still need to fill out certain portions of this, even if you're not requesting child support. So you're going to mark child support, and you're in here, you're going to just leave this blank. So normally you would say petitioner is going to pay to the other parent or respondent's going to pay to the other parent, okay? But in this case, we're not going to mark any of these boxes because we're going to ask that there be no child support. You still need to have a start date. So you don't want to leave this blank. So we'll say, we're going to submit this judgment perhaps in April or before April. So we'll say April 1, we'll just put it out to the following month when this might be approved. Then we're going to put the child's name in, okay? Date of birth. Well, obviously they're not going to be that old. And here you're going to put 0, able to, and here's what we've had very high success rates. In fact, 100% success rate in doing is we put no child support to either party. Okay. So instead of putting in a name, which you would normally do, you say how much and who's paying it to who. We're just going to say the party's name, date of birth, amount is 0. If you have obviously multiple kids, you're going to want to include that in there, and then no child support due either party. Let's go to page 2. These parts are mandatory. We see a lot of folks leaving this blank. I'm just going to cover this, even though that has nothing to do with the no child support part. And then in here, you're going to indicate how you want this, 50-50, which is going to be the case most of the time. And this part is mandatory. So these two that are mandatory, make sure you fill these out. These are additional. These are not required. Okay. Non-guideline order. You need to check this box because we're going to attach, this is the secret sauce. We're going to attach this form, this FL 342 to this, this 342A to the 342. And this obviously says 0 because it says 0 from the other page here. Healthcare expenses. Okay, we're not going to go over the entirety of the form. The purpose of this video is specifically for requesting no child support when there would be otherwise. And that's all you have to do for this particular form is just mark 0. This is the key here, putting no child support due to either party on this page, marking this non-guideline order box. And before we had to come up with a bunch of fancy language, and now they have a form for us, this 342. Again, this is the secret sauce and the form attachment that you're going to want to include with your judgment package. So here's the non-guideline child support order. Now I'm going to show you how to fill this out because this is the key to getting no child support, along with how you're going to attach the DissoMaster child support calculation. And I've ran one for you so you can kind of get an idea of how that works. So this is the non-guideline child support findings attachment. You're just going to mark that this is an attachment to both the 342, right? We just talked about that form, and the judgment, because the judgment is the cover sheet. So it's an attachment to both. So stipulation to non-guideline order. Remember, the only way you can do this is if you and your spouse agree that you don't want child support when there is child support when you do the actual calculation. I'll show you that what that looks like now. Let me just drag this in here. So this is what a DissoMaster calculation looks like. Okay, so I just want to go over this briefly so you can see these were just some support numbers we made up to go over what it would look like when running a child support calculation, because this is what you're going to attach to your judgment and the non-guideline order request. And these are the numbers that the court wants to see. This is that mandatory form I was referring to. And again, at the end of this broadcast, I'll show you where you can get one of these for free through the child support website, because we get calls all the time where people need these. So let me just move this out of the way here. Oops. Okay. Oh. All right. So what you will do now is you're going to mark that the child support agreed by the parties is, and generally it's going to be below, right? You're asking for an amount below the amount. In our calculation, the child support came out to a total, and this was just a hypothetical situation. Child support came out to $1,712. Okay, $1,712. So what you're going to say here is the child support agreed to by the parties is below the statewide child support guidelines. That's why we have to run and attach that report. The amount of support that would have been ordered under the guideline amount is, and I already forgot, $1,712. So you put that number in here. Per month. The parties have been fully informed of their rights concerning child support. Okay, you can read this on your own time, but there's language that wasn't in here before, where we had to have this special language. If you had watched my videos, we'd get calls all the time, people asking me, what is the language we need to include? It's now on this form, which makes it easy. Okay, so that's step one. Number two, you're going to do the support calculation. The guideline amount of child support calculated is, again, you're going to put that same number in here that came off the calculation, and payable by petitioner or respondent. It's going to be, obviously one way or the other. So the way we ran this, dad made more than mom. So it's going to be from petitioner, father pays mother, petitioner to respondent. So we remove this. We would say from petitioner. The court finds by a preponderance of the evidence that the rebuttal factors exist. The rebuttal factors result in in this case, decrease in child support. And then the revised amount of child support is 0. Okay, that's how easy this is. So what this is referring to is this up here that you guys, this part that you were referencing that attaches to the FL 342. Now, number C, the court finds the child support amount revised by these factors to be in the best interest of the children or of the child, and that the application of the formula would be unjust, inappropriate in this case. These changes remain in effect until we just mark until further court order box. That's all it takes to get a non-guideline order these days.